Good morning friends, welcome to Pannika Tutorials YouTube channel. In the last few videos, I have discussed about LR0 parser and SLR1 parser. In this video, I want to discuss about CLR1 parser. So, how we have done the LR0 parser? As we already discussed that LR parsers are broadly classified into 4 types. What are they? Which is LR0, SLR1, you have LALR1, and then we have the CLR1. Now for constructing the parsing table, because each parser will vary only with the parsing table, because the parsing process of all these 4 parsers is same. We already discussed about it. So only difference you will have is parsing table. So to compute the parsing table of LR0 and SLR1, we need to compute the LR0 items. Will you agree with me or not? Similarly, LALR1 and CLR1 parsing table construction, we need to compute the LR1 items. Now you can ask me, sir, we already know about how to compute the LR0 items and construct the parsing table for LR0 and SLR1 parser. What is this LR1 items? LR1 item is equal to LR0 item plus lookahead. Now what is the meaning of this lookahead is that this lookahead will define you where should you replace, means where you should write the reduced move. Let's take that there is this production, okay. So let's take that in some item I got A determines BB dot. This is what I can say that it is a reduced move. And I have the lookaheads as A or B. Let's say that meaning is that I have 2 lookaheads. So the meaning is that this reduced move, which is R1, I will write it in the action part A and B. Are you able to understand? So at these terminals only we will write the reduced move. If it was LR0 parsing table, I would have written it in the all the terminals of the action part. If it is SLR1, I would have computed the follow of A, there I would have written. When to the CLR1 and LALR1, because they will be depend on the LR1 items, the lookaheads will tell you where should you write the reduced move. So that is the use of the lookahead. So now we will discuss how to compute the LR1 items from the given grammar. Then we will discuss about the CLR1 parsing table. Is it clear? So as I have taken the 2 productions, A determines BB, B determines AB or B. So total we have 3 productions. This is production number 1, production number 2, production number 3. Now we need to compute the non-terminals. What are the non-terminals in the grammar? The non-terminals are the symbols which are there in the left hand side, which is A comma B. Will you agree with me? And what are the terminals? The terminals are the symbols in the right hand side other than the non-terminals, which is A comma B. Now what I will do the next step, I will take an augmented production A dash determines dot A. Is it clear? And the lookahead initially I will keep it as a $. Why I am keeping the $? As we already discussed that the lookahead will be helpful for us to where should I place this reduced move. Suppose if it was a reduced, meaning is that if it reduced to A dash determines A dot. Now as it is an augmented production, if you take the LR0 parsing table also, at the $ place I would have written accept. Am I right or wrong? Similarly in the SLR1 parsing also, I have computed the follow of A dash. Obviously as it is a start symbol, I should write this reduced move in the $. So similarly in the CLR and LALR also, we should write this one at the $. So I'm looking at, means I'm keeping the lookahead as a $. Is it clear? Are you able to understand why I'm keeping the $? Now as after dot there is a non-terminal, we need to compute the closure. So A determines dot B is there. Okay. Now look at how to compute the look ahead for this production. Now this production I have written because of this dot A. Now leave this A. What is the symbol is there? Dollar is there. Compute the first of it. First of a dollar is dollar. So look ahead for this one is dollar. See, I am keeping the comma to differentiate between the production and the look ahead. So don't think that after A there is a comma. So compute the first of comma. So you should keep the comma. No, not that one. After A you have the look ahead which is a dollar. Compute the first of it. So you got the dollar here. Now again after dot there is a B. So I need to compute the closure of it which is dot A, B or dot B. Now how to compute the look ahead for this one? You have written this one because of this B. Leave that B, compute the first of remaining thing. What is the first of this one? First of B. What is first of B? A comma B. So the look ahead is A comma B for this one. Okay, I hope we have completed the item number 0. So let me write it as I0. Is it clear? I hope you have understood how I computed the look aheads. Now let me write the go to on A. Now remember one thing, whenever you are writing the go to, the look ahead will not change. Whenever you are computing the closure, that time only the look ahead will change. Okay, so it will be A dash determines A dot dollar. So this is your item number I1. Okay, now on B what it will be? It will be A determines B dot B dollar. The look ahead will not change. But I need to write the productions of B because after dot there is a non-terminal. B determines dot AB or B. Now what is the look ahead? Now I computed the closure because of what this production is written, because of this one. Leave this one, compute the first of the remaining part. First of the dollar is dollar only. Is it clear? So we got the item number I2. Let me write it. Okay, is it clear? Are you able to understand it or not? Similarly on small a, let me write here, on small a it will be, let me write here B so that I can use the space efficiently. B determines B dot A comma B. Is it clear? This is our item number I will write. On small a it will be B determines A dot B or A comma B. Now again you need to compute the closure of B which is A, B or B. Now you need to compute the first of this one which is A or B. Meaning is that you can get A or you can get the B. Is it clear? I am writing it as, I can write it as a two productions. This is the first of this one is A and the first of is B also. So instead of that one I am writing it as A or B, meaning is that it will be A and B only. Is it clear? Anything else we need to compute? On A we have computed, on B we have computed, on B we have computed on small a. So this is our item number 3. This is item number 4. Okay, because we are going in this order, so I have written the numbers as I1, I2, I3 and I4. Is it clear? Now come to this one. On B what is happening? I2 on B go to statement which is equal to A determines B dollar, because whenever we are computing the go to, the look ahead will not change. So this is a reduced move. Let me write it as I5. Is it clear? On small a it will be B determines A dot B, okay, dollar. Again I need to compute the closure. B determines dot A, B or dot B. Now what is the look ahead? After B, whatever is there, compute the first of it. First of dollar is dollar. Now if you look at it, if it was LR0 item, this item and this item will be same, because if there is no look ahead, look at both are same. But as there is a look ahead, here the look ahead is A and B, here the look ahead is dollar. As the look aheads are changed, these two become new, means two different items. Are you able to understand? If I remove this look ahead and make it as LR0 items, these two items will be same. Am I right or wrong? Because as there are two different look aheads, so I should take it as two different items. For this item, I will give the number as I6. Are you able to follow with me or not? Okay. Now on B, where it will go? On B it will go to, let me write here, on B, let me use the space properly. Okay. Let me write here on B what will happen. Okay. I2 on B, it will be B determines B dot dollar. As it after dot there is no non-terminal, we no need to compute the closure. Let me write this as I7. Now look at I4 and I7. Only they are difference with the look ahead only. Otherwise, these two productions will be same. Is it clear? So from I2 on B I have computed, on A I have computed, on small b I have computed. Now come to the I3. I3 on B what will happen? It will be B determines, okay, A, B and A or B. Am I right or wrong? Because whenever you are computing the go to, the look ahead will not change. So this is our new item. Let me name it as I8. Will you accept with me or not? This is our item number 8. Okay. Now look at small a. On small a what will happen? On small a it will be B determines A dot B and it is A or B, then B determines dot A, B or dot B, the look ahead is A or B, which is equal to what? Which is equal to I3 only. So I3 on small a, it is going to I3 only. Are you able to understand? Is it clear? So this is I3 only. Am I right? Because the productions are same and the look ahead is also same. So I can write it as I3. And on small b, it will be B determines B dot A or B, which is equal to what? Which is equal to I4, because the production is same and the look ahead is same. So I can write this as I4. Okay. On B it was I4. This is I3. This is I4. Okay. Now what is left? I5 is completed. I7 is completed. I8 is completed. Now I6 is left. Okay. Now on I6 on B what will happen? We will look at it. Okay. It will be B determines AB dollar. Will you agree with me or not? AB dollar. Whether we got AB dollar previously, we got AB dot, but the look ahead is different and this one is different. So I should name it as let me write here. On B, it was got B determines AB dot dollar. So I got an item called I9. Am I right or wrong? Because just now we used the item number as I8. So now I am using the item number as I9. Okay. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? This is completed. Now look at this one. On small a, it will be what? B determines A dot B dollar, and then we need to compute the closure. Why? After dot there is a non-terminal, so which will be A, B or B. Now what is the look ahead? After B only dollar is there, we have to keep the dollar, which is equal to what? Which is equal to I6 itself. Am I right or wrong? Look at it. The production is same and the look ahead is same. The production is same and the look ahead is same. So it is not a new state or a new item. It is the item number I6 only. On small b, it will be b determines b dollar, which is equal to I7. Am I right? The production is same and the look ahead is same. So I can write it as I7. Okay. So now look at it, whether everything is completed or not. So we need to cross check it again. I0 I have started. From I0 I need to compute the go to on capital A. I got it. On B I got it. On small a done. On small b done. Okay. I1 I no need to compute the go to because it is a reduced move. I2 what symbols I need to compute the go to? After dot B is there, I need to compute the go to. On A I got this one. On small b where I have done? Yeah, I have done small b here. So I2 on B, A and B I got it. Okay, is it clear? Then come to the I3. I3 go to I need to compute on B, on A and B. Let's check it whether I have done or not. On B I got it. On small a I done. On small b I done. I4 I no need to compute the go to because it is a reduced move. So this part is finished. Come to the I7 top one. This is a reduced move. I no need to compute the go to. And this is a reduced move. I no need to compute the go to. And this one is what? A dot B dot A. This is my I6. Okay. Now on I6 what I need to compute? Go to on B, go to on small a, go to on small b. I got the I9, I6, I7 respectively. Okay. Now take this one. This is a reduced move. I no need to compute it. So totally how many states we got? I0 to I9. So totally we got the 10 states. Okay. Now what are the two states which are equivalent in the production? The look ahead is different. We need to check. I4 and I7 are the two states where the productions are same but the look ahead is different. Similarly, if you look at it, I3, the production, and I6, the productions are same, the look ahead is different. Am I right or wrong? Similarly, if you take the I8 and I9, the productions are same and the look ahead is different. If it was LR0 items, this one would have not come. I7, I6 and I9 would have not come, but when it comes to the LR1 items, we got the extra one. Now we will discuss how to construct the parsing table for CLR1. Okay. I hope this place will be sufficient for me. If it is not sufficient, please excuse me. Okay. We have the items. Let me write it with small. We have the items, we have the action part, and we have the go to part. In the action part, what we will have? We will have the terminals. Terminals as A, comma B and dollar. Okay. And in go to part, what I will have? I will have the non-terminals which is A and B. I hope it is visible for you. Okay. And at the item place, I need to write all the 10 items such as I0, I1, I2, I3, I4, 5. Okay. Let me give some space. Okay. Now, let me draw the line so that you will not confuse. Sometimes there is a chance that I may also confuse. Am I right? Because these are the big tables. There is a chance for everyone to confuse. Okay. Is it clear? Now look at one. I0 on capital A, where you went I1, which is a non-terminal. So where you should write? You should write it in the go to part. Okay. I1, I0 on A, you went to I1, so we will write 1 here. Okay. On B, where you went I2, so you write the 2 here. On small a, where you went I3, so you write S3 here. Is it clear? On small b you went to I4, so you write S4. Am I right or wrong? So I0 is finished. Come to I1. As it is a reduced move, where should I write the accept? I should write it in the dollar because look ahead is represented as dollar. So I will write here as accept. Okay. If it is not visible, please consider this one as accept. Okay. Because I'm right, there is a less space. I'm writing with small letters. So consider this as accept. Okay. Now I1 is done. Come to I2. I2, where it is? On capital B, where I went? On capital B. This is I2 on capital B. I went to, what is the name I have given? I5. Okay, sorry for this confusion. Because the space is the constraint. I would have written properly if I have a large board. Okay, I2 on B, I got I5. So, I need to write 5 here because it is a non-terminal. B is a non-terminal. Now I2 on small a, I got the I6. Okay, I2 on small a, I went to I6 because A is a terminal. So I have written shift 6. Now I2 on small b, it was I7. Okay, on small b it is S7. Is it clear? I2 on B I have written the move. On small a I have written on small b. Is it clear? And then I3 we will look at it. On capital B it is I8. So 8 I will write here. On small a it is S3. On small b it is S4. Okay, I3 is done. Come to I4. Where I4 is there? Here. As it is a reduced move, the production number is 3. So R3, where should I write? In the look ahead such as A comma B. And A comma B I will write it as R3 and R3. Is it clear? Because the reduced move, I will write it in the look aheads only, A and B. So I4 is completed. Come to the I7, we will finish it. I7, where should I write? The R, which is R3, I should write it in the dollar only. So I7 is finished. Where is I5? I5 is here, which is a reduced move, and it is R1. I need to keep it at the dollar. So I5, it is R1. Okay, are you able to understand? Come to I6. I6 on capital B, you went to I9, so you need to write 9 here. On small a, you went to I6, which is S6, and small b, you went to I7, you need to write S7. So I7 is completed. Where is I8? I8 is here. B determines AB or A or B. This is production number 2. So R2 you need to write it in the look ahead, which is A and B. Is it clear? Come to I9, where it is, I9 is here, which is production number 2. As it is a reduced move, we need to write it in the dollar. Why? The look ahead is dollar. So this is the CLR1 parsing table. Okay, we got the extra items as compared to the LR0 and SLR1. So I hope you have understood with this example how to construct the LR1 items and CLR1 parsing table. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will clear your doubts in less than 24 hours. Thank you for watching my video. Have a nice day.